I bought a 2004 LJ from Copart for 4,200 including broker fees. I was getting ready to build it, but I had to do a axle swap just to get it off the trailer. I didn't realize how much suspension damage was actually done. The transfer case was actually split in half. But I'm taking all of the axles, everything from my TJ, tires, coils, shocks, all that, over to the LJ. The TJ is all back together, ready to roll. Even got the for sale sign in it. It's got the Dana 35, Dana 30 front. My high pinion that I was using over there for a while is now sitting over here, ready to go. I have all the bolts in the bottom of it because I have a diff cover, so don't worry about that. I'm changing out the stabilizer. It's all nice and painted. That's ready to go. The LJ is right here. Getting all the suspension, getting everything ready to do the long arm. Got the 35s. Got the ARB with both of the valves for the air lockers, the controls. Getting all the JL speakers for the inside all ready to get changed over. This thing was supposed to be in a roll. It's kind of flimsy roll cage. So I'll be getting to that really shortly. I'm gonna do a spider or Genrite. Got it up on jack stands, kind of nice and safe. This is where I was involved in the accident. I actually ripped the steering box completely out. I have all the bolts in the steering box all ready to go. I already changed the fender out, just happened to get a silver one. The hood was actually in good shape. The radiator was cracked on the bottom, so we got a nice dual quart one. This is obviously a different color from everything else. I'll be either taking the other one off because it's in bad shape, but it's still got cracks on there. I can probably get it to work just for a while until I do tube fenders. Still need rock sliders. I do have another windshield for it right there. Got hard doors. That one's all factory ready to go. Got the metal cloak springs in the back with their front shocks. I'll be running the Bilstein shocks in the rear. That came with a long arm setup that I bought. I got this long arm setup for $700 on Craigslist. It is for an LJ. It did come with all four Bilstein shocks. It is a Rubicon Express. So it's got the belly plate. So I can service everything. So this is what I'll be working on today. I got the 8.8, 488 gears, chromoly shafts, all Artec Industries kit. It needs to be cleaned up and painted today. And this was a 31 spline factory. And this is a ARB with 30 spline, with 30 spline chromoly shafts. So it's pretty beefy.
All the Artec stuff looks great. Doing 15-inch Kevlars for the first year because I already had the wheels and tires. So they're 35-inch by 15 by 12 and a half. Those will be ready to go. I gotta check the brakes on this because it's squeaking a little bit, so I think there might be a rock. Because all these brakes are actually from the LJ when it rolled over. When it rolled over, I have some of the accident stuff over here. The transfer case is broken, so that is a 31 spline automatic case already with a not advanced adapters, but some kind of, I think, crown slip lock eliminator kit already installed. There's the old steering box with the bolt still attached in there, how it got ripped out. Here is the front axle that was in there. And this thing was ripped completely in half and twisted upside down. And I already do have another steering box right here ready to go. Here's the old door. You can see where it's all smashed up. I had to cut it just to get the door unlocked and get it open. TJ. Here goes the pile of all the old parts that have been taken off of it. Here's the windshield. It had the Old Man Emu lift kit on there, but I don't know where the other spring was at, but there's one of them right there. And this thing I was going to start building. I just got done doing all of the outboard kit. But LJ long arm, gonna have it built. I picked this up from Copart for about 4,500 bucks, which, if you know, for an LJ is really, really good. I got a lot of work to do, but I have all the parts. Now I just got to do it. You can see that all of this is in still really good shape. None of this was messed up or bent at all, so that's a plus. Kind of see the tires. You see the back quarters are all nice. Everything's all good. Everything's nice and clean in the inside. I just had to take a couple things out. And this one is an automatic. It didn't do no real damage here, but for some reason when it was in the accident, it did a lot of underneath damage. You can see where the exhaust is, how it's all bent up. The drive shaft had to be cut out. But since I'm doing a slip lock eliminator and all that, I really don't care. You can tell that everything else is still in good shape. Now I just gotta start pulling all this stuff off so I can get ready to do that long arm. I gotta cut these guys off. They're already kind of dented in. I'll show you how I like to do those, or how I'm thinking I'm gonna like how to do them. These seats are in really good shape. I was running the Smitty built ECOX, XO, whatever they are. They're suspension seats. It was really nice, But even after the first like couple of weeks, it started doing this to me. Otherwise, the seat is really, really nice. I don't like how it tore up so bad. But yeah, suspension seat. I'm not gonna be running that anytime soon. I am gonna be running the Poison Spider bumper. I like their bumpers. Their bumpers look the best. I'm gonna try to have this done wheeling by the 17th. This one's got cruise control and all that, but just a lot better seat. I said I have pretty much all the parts to fix everything. Just gotta get her done.